to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Colts sideline, a look at their head coach. His guys have really been struggling. 2-6 in their last 8. Across from him, you've got the coach of the Jaguars. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. With my partner, Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go through the rain here in Jacksonville. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Going back and looking at last week's tape, just a little too up and down for my liking. It's hard to win consistently in the NFL, Mike, with your quarterback having good plays, good weeks, bad weeks. You want to just level all of that out. Maybe you lose some of the highs, but you prevent some of the lows. And when he was good, he was really good. But when he was bad, those are the back-breaking plays that really are hard to overcome if you want to win consistently in this league.
Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Third and a yard. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
Ready. Seven Pirates. Here we go. Start. Come back in.
From the 50, he'll set him to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars' first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth down. Now a toss play, running left. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
They'll stick with him again. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback.
Down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Back to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they will finally run him down. A big play for Jacksonville. 33 yards.
First and 10 at the
Those are the explosive
32-yard
pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw. And now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. As we are ready to get back underway.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Up the middle they go. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Trap 60. Trap 60. 18, Pioneer. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
That's another
Big-time pitch and catch there on 3rd down to extend this drive. Feels like they've got to come away with 6. You want to strike first. It'll go a long way in determining how the rest of this game plays out.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. his 6th touchdown now for the season.
They think back to their first possession of this game, Mike. It resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Here comes a return from the 3. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. They'll begin here on the ground. And they're going to mark them down up past the 35. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple.
A 2-yard pickup.
This is 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. It's May. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now, faking the give. And open downfield on the crossing route. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Jaguars.
A big play for Jacksonville.
1st and 10.
It's a gain of 34. 2 minutes remaining. 1st half in a 7-0 game. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Strong running there inside the 30. He's on the move with a gain of 9.
10 yards.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
The throw here is complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
That's good.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Ready. Ready.
Here's a run. And he gets to the outside and takes puts it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Jaguars move out on top, 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Colts offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Colts. 1st down.
To throw on 1st down is May. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this 1st half.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 2nd down, it's May. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now, May. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate the call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. That is taken at the 10. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. And he's already topped the century mark in receiving yards here in this 1st half, so you'd have to think the bulk of the targets are going to continue to go his way. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one, batted away. It's incomplete.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt. And makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the 1st half clock.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
This is a play call I don't quite understand, Mike. Backed up on your side of the field, just convert on 3rd down. Get a fresh set of downs, and then open up more opportunities to put the ball in the air. Now you bring up a 4th down decision deep in your own territory.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have a Jags 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. 2 1st downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end.
Our journey around the NFL starts now with an intriguing matchup in the AFC. And here is the running back. 48 yards for the touchdown. The Steelers win their second straight, and they do it in style. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And it's Ladd McConkey. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. A 55-yard touchdown. The Bears win a wild one. They hang on by 1 point. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's the big man, Josh Allen. He had it working every which way. This, a rushing touchdown. He also had 3 passing touchdowns. With that, let's give you a look at the all-important playoff picture in the AFC here in Week 17. In the game you're watching, we saw a couple of touchdowns in the first half. 14-0 is the score. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll try to hit him with a screen. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 9. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
That one on target from Williams. He's got it. That catch number 40 on the season for him. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a give up the middle. Not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
They gonna hold on to this one. The defense not fighting. They stay at home. They tackle him for no gain.
You know, Mike, it's funny when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision there.
He's got his man. That's down. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
It's a pickup from 44 yards. That's good for a close first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Man in motion, heading left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4. Big play coming up. Third and goal. May going to look to throw. And he'll be forced to throw that one away. Excellent work defensively. He took away all the options. And now it is fourth and goal.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
They're going. It's May. He'll good blocking, and he's in. Drake May. Touchdown, Indy. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point is good. And the Colts are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jags offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Come on, ready?
The drive will start on the ground. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready?
Right back to him on 1st down. Into space. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Jaguars. 3 touchdowns for him. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 on the season. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The extra point, up and good. And the Jaguars will take a 21-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
A run now on 2nd down, and he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
In motion is Warren. Throwing on 3rd down is May. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. The Colts about set to punt. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Now a run on first down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll throw out of the gun. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 29, here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
We see a lot of this as they begin the fourth quarter on the ground. And he's going to pick up the first down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
Handoff here, up the middle, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Brings up 3rd
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but has the first down. They took the chance, threw it on 4th down, and they end up with 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
He'll run it on the inside handoff. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
3-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Come a little closer. Here's second and goal.
Come on, set! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Over the flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Okay, ready?
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
60 Eagles, trap 50, trap 50.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Jaguars have run out to a 24-7 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll start out first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's second and inches at the 33-yard line.
Downs goes in motion. May to throw on second down. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10.
On the ground, it's the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. To throw is May. To the left side and taken in by Down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2.
Throwing on second down. May. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Colts first down.
Here's May to throw it on first down. A short pass taken in by 1. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
May to throw again. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Working out of the gun. Let's see what they do here. This is fourth and long.
A loss of 7 yards.
They'll go. Here's May. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go. Watching 18.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
So it's a win here for the Jaguars. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.